Fabulous. So, off the back of Anne asking if we could approach some stuff to do with the chakras again, I wanted to do something a little different with them this time. So last time we just kind of went week in, week out, looking at what areas and aspects of the body they connect with, what they represent, doing a meditation with them. This time I wanted to combine it with a kind of bit of a journey, bit of a something a bit transformational. Um, and so that's what we're going to do. I think I went into it last week a bit and said on Wednesday that there's going to be Monday and Wednesday will tie in together. And then there'll be a third meditation that gets put up with a few instructions with it for everyone to follow at the weekend. So it should be, I think, it should be 7 weeks, 7 weeks in total. Um, the reason I've said about having a journal or a notebook, journal, man, it sounds very proper, but a notebook or something is the idea with this is that during the week, because whenever you regardless of what you're doing with it, when you start focusing in on stuff connected with yourself, the mind will bring things up, things will be remembered, things will come to mind, things that you've not noticed that you'll, hey, look, there's a pen. Um, and the idea of the journal, the notebook, is just to have one place where, say tomorrow, midway through the afternoon, something pops into your head and you go, oh, I think that's because of what we did yesterday. Oh, brilliant. Nice one, Sally. Um, then you can just jot it down. And then anything that comes to you over the week, I'm gonna regret saying this after slating that book. It might even be a dream you have. Um, but anything that you think, oh, I think that's connected to this, because we're going to be doing a certain amount of kind of almost like coaching type stuff, but then using the meditations around the chakras to help um, work on a deeper level, on an energetic level with the same things. And I think it'll be an interesting journey. Uh, so day one, Monday is always about goal setting. And our goal, our aim for this week is to get a little insight, a little deeper understanding into our authentic self. Nothing like starting off at a light level. And to start off with, before we go into the meditation, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. What I don't want you to do is sit there pondering, because the moment we're pondering, we're constructing and we're we're creating, we're analyzing, we're going, oh, maybe I should put this, maybe I should put that. The fact is, there is no right or wrong on what you should be putting. What we want for today, though, is the first responses that you get. Literally, that first, you know. So I don't know why I keep thinking of sprouts at the moment. If you listen to Saturday's Grove talk, I was talking about sprouts that bite your toes and all sorts. Um, but there might have been an encoded message in that though. So yeah, so like for instance, yeah, if I go sprouts, some people are like, like sprouts. That's your first response. Fiona doesn't. Neither do I, very much. I have moments where I go, oh, they're not as terrible as I remember, but they're still pretty bad. Um, so, your first thing that pops into your head might just be, oh, don't like that. In which case, can't stand them. Just jot it down. It might be, you go, oh, I like them. Maybe you haven't had them for a while. And so you go, oh, I like sprouts. Um, it may be you don't think about your experience of sprouts at all. It may be when I go, sprouts, and it reminds you of Christmases past. The big pile of sprouts you had to force your way through on the plate. Um, it might be that you used to grow them and you have a little flashback of your garden. Whatever that first response is, that's fine. We're not looking for analysis or deep anything at the moment. We're just planting seeds. Quite apt talking about growing sprouts. Um, so yeah, just literally at first stand. It might be using sprouts as an example. We go sprouts, and you have absolutely nothing come to your mind whatsoever. In which case, just jot down nothing yet, because nothing is something. Nothing is still a reaction. Yeah. If you have an association, it brings something up, that's a reaction. But also having nothing come up is a reaction also. And it's how the journey evolves over the week and over the weeks that matters. So, are we ready? I will say that these questions we're not sharing unless you feel that you kind of go, oh, actually, I want to kind of share that. I'm not going to be asking you to, but if you want to, then just kind of put your hand up wave thing that we do. Um, but this is literally for you. And if you choose or go, oh, that's really interesting, I want to tell people about that, that's great. But if you want to keep it all to yourself, it's just for you. And we're going to be looking at today three areas. Three areas. And I'm debating, should I tell you what they are in advance, or should I just go into them? I'm just going to go into them actually, because I really do want this to be kind of like spontaneous and in the moment. So pen and paper ready. Basically, word association actually is, I could have said that so much quicker. I could have just said we're basically after word association. First thing that pops into your head. Okay, that makes it even simpler. So what comes to mind? Number one, what does family mean to you? Literally the first few, whatever words pop into your head, or like I say, if nothing pops into your head, just put nothing. What's family mean to you? And if you kind of just wheel your pens at the screen once you've got something down, then I know. Wonderful, that's it. Okay. Number two. What is my role within what I perceive as my family? Again, first things that come to mind. Once you've done, just give me a wave. Thank you. Are we all done? I couldn't tell if that was a pen wave or not. It disappeared off camera. There we go. Um, so you may or may not have got something for that. So this is a bit of a journey. It is going to get us looking at ourselves, but that's, it's a good time of year to do that. It's a good time of year to do it. We got lots of light at the moment and it's getting lighter, which means we can see more clearly. So number three, what do I want out of my family, what I perceive as family? I mean, and there might be other people that watch this. That family could be you and your pets. If you go, well, that's my family, or you and your closest friends. It doesn't necessarily mean um, either blood relatives or or people we're married to or anything like that. It can literally be actually, if I was to say my real family, that's my real family. Because yeah, it's, what is that to you? So what do I want from my family? You'll be glad to know we're almost at the end of that family section. If we all got something jotted down? Yeah, yeah. Last one, then we move on to something else. Fill in the blank. It's like blankety blank. Um, family, and just one or two words. Family equals. That's it. Sally's got something. Fiona's got something. Anne might have. Well, pity you can't get a button thing that you press, Anne, that then your little ears wiggle or something on your rabbit to let us know you're done. That'd be ace. We all got something for family. Fabulous. Moving on. Um, next, looking at relationships. One-on-one, partner, children, siblings, friends, the person in the bank, any kind of relationship. Just pick one of them. Just pick one of them as the main focus. We'll use that as the kind of comparison point. So once you've got that, question number one. Do I act in the same way in all my relationships? Do I react in the same way in all my relationships? You might want to go yes, no. You might want to make a few little notes of differences. Just do I act the same in all my relationships? And then when you've got something jotted down, just give me a little nod or a wave. There's a thumbs up from Sally. Yeah, are we all good? Cool. Number two, what role do I play out in my relationships? And think kind of archetypal. So kind of could be mother, it could be I play the child in some relationships, could be that I am the wise one, it could be I'm the savior, always trying to help people. I could be the could be the invisible man. I'm terrible at keeping in touch with people. Um, so yeah, what role do I play in my relationships? And you can either just pick the one, or you can pick a couple and have a think about that and jot down different ones. Just give me a wave again when you've got something down. Yeah, yeah, good, good. Question number three. What do I want from my relationships? You'll be glad to know we've only got a few more questions to go. We all got something down for that? Yeah, good, good. Finally, last one for relationships. One word, two words tops. Relationships equal blank. I say don't even have to have an answer to it. You can literally go, oh, don't it? Leave it as a question. When you've got something again, just give us a wave or a nod. Thumbs up from Sally there. That's actually, you can pretty well tell just by when people look back up at the camera, to be honest, thinking about it. Um, so we've all got something down for those, or like I say, don't actually have to, if nothing's come to mind, you can just leave it blank and go back to it. We're all good for that. Let's move on. And so again, just let it flow, whatever comes to mind first thing. And if nothing comes, that's okay. What three traits best describe me? When I say me, I don't mean me, I mean you. Um, when living your best self. So imagine you living your best self. What are three traits that best describe? If you can't get three, two, one, whatever comes. And again, just give a thumbs up or a pen wave when you've got Fiona's got, Sally's got. Good, good. I'm going to assume Anne has. And if we race ahead at all and you haven't done, just pop your mic on and go, I'm not done yet. We're on the fire.
Done.
Good, good. Um, question number two. Obviously, these are all about self now. How would people describe me? Again, obviously, how would they describe you? Fiona's looking up, so I think we're good there. Oh, nice one, Anne. We've got a heart floating up there. That's a good one. So you got something, Sally? Good, good. So what was that one? Ooh, what goals do I have right now? What am I working towards? It's always an interesting question, this one, because quite often, if we're feeling like life's just at that moment, quite often it's because we haven't got something we're working towards. And just picking something can make a huge difference into how we're feeling each day because suddenly we have something we're aiming for. And human beings like to feel like they're moving towards stuff, that they're working towards stuff. It's part of our nature. So what goals do I have right now? What am I working towards? And just, yeah, again, just let me know when you've got things jotted down. I say you might not be. You might have thought, do you know what? I haven't at the moment, in which case that's fine. That's also an answer. Um, so thank you, Anne. There's another floaty heart. Number four. Who would I be if I achieved those goals? Or, putting it in a slightly more positive Rob way, who will I be when I achieve those goals? And again, just let me know when you've got something down. That's it. Like so, we're literally after bullet points, just first thoughts, that kind of thing. Now, this last one, I mean, some of these, depending on where we're at, some of these will have been easier. Some of them will have just been, well, I don't know. And some of them I've found a little difficult to focus on. This last one, maybe a little bit more challenging, but maybe not. I don't know. Um, when the race is run and you've done your journey, how do you want to be remembered? What's it say? What's it say on that stone? Not something we think about too often. And then once you've got something again, just let me know. Yeah, cool. So, just as a slightly less, that's less the question you should be glad to know. There's a friend of mine whose parents are buried in Llansilin churchyard, and she lost her mom before her dad, and she had to fight quite hard to get what she wanted on the gravestones. Um, but the mom's, no, the dad's gravestone says, "This should be interesting." And right next to it is the mother's that says, "This waits to be seen," which I always thought was a wonderful, wonderful thing. Fabulous. So these questions are just about starting to focus us in, to tune us in to that looking at ourselves. Hopefully not in too deep a level. That's why we've just gone, like, we've not done like breakout rooms and here's 10 minutes to kind of come up with essays. Literally just bullet points, bullet words. We're not going to do anything else with those today. Yeah. That's just like the seed thoughts, the ideas that carry us through this week. So what we're going to do now, if I get it ready, that's ready, is we're going to follow this work up with a guided meditation. And so all the doing, all that's it. Hopefully that wasn't too challenging. Um, so you put your pen, your paper down for now. Like I say, keep that book somewhere, that notepad somewhere where you can add to it as the week goes on. Because we're focusing on stuff, the mind will chuck thoughts and ideas up and can do at some unexpected times, or it might just be at the end of the day. You kind of just look at that list again and just kind of just see if you notice anything from the day that kind of ties into it or informs it or where you're at with it. Like I say, there is more we're going to do with that, but that's Wednesday. So I'll invite you to get comfortable. That's it. Sally looks very comfortable there and cozy. Like I said, this is just the start of a journey of kind of self-discovery using the chakras as part of that process. That's right. So, having had a fidget, got comfortable, let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths together. You may choose to relax on the first breath. Close your eyes. You may choose to relax on the second breath and close your eyes, or you may choose to relax on the third breath and close your eyes. But whenever it is you close your eyes and relax, I know that there's nothing for you to do. Just follow my voice. Parts of this may involve thinking about stuff, imagining stuff. Just do that however you do it. If you're not visual, doesn't matter. If you're just a thinking about it type person, then just think about it. Think about what it would be like. So let's take our first deep breath. Breathing in hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. Breathing in, hold it, and breathe out. If you've not done so already, just allow your eyes to close as you return to your natural breath. That natural fall, that rhythm and tide has been with you since you were born. And how effortless it is that you do not have to think about breathing. And you breathe just as you can relax without really having to think about it at all, because as well as breathing, one thing we've been able to do since we were born is relax. So there's no need to try anything. Just allow yourself to let go. Tell yourself, I'm going to relax. I'm going to meditate. And just pay attention to the place, that point where you can feel the breath entering the nostrils. That cooler air on the in-breath, warmed by the body on the out-breath. Just breathing naturally in and out, nothing forced, because there's nothing to do. Just relax. As you're sat or lay there listening to my voice, breathing, you may notice how the breathing can shift, how it changed. And as you're wondering about this meditation and thinking about your breathing and relaxing, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. 10 is where you are now. 0 can be in a beautiful, relaxed state of mind and body. Just focusing within and allowing my voice to go with you. And as I count down, I want you to think about, imagine the 0 is like a doorway, a gateway to a deeper level of relaxation, whatever that's like for you. And as I count down, that doorway, that gateway, gets closer and closer, easing its way up until when we get to 0, you can just allow yourself to go through that, however you do that, to relax deeper now. That's 10. Every cell, fiber, and muscle of the body unwinding and relaxing. 9. Drifting down through time and space. 8. With every breath you take and every word that I speak, it starts to become automatic. You do not have to think about this. Just relax. 7. Unwinding, letting go, allowing the muscles, the tensions of the day and the mind to soften. 6. Letting go. Down to 5. And 5's that midway point. If you think about a wheel on a cart, the outer rim of the wheel can be going round very fast and the spokes can be whirring round quickly. But at that center, at that point in the middle, all appears still and calm. And so I want you to become aware now of that place within you that feels most still. and most calm. That's right. And as you notice that now, allow that sense of calm stillness to begin to spin and flow within you till it just takes on a momentum of its own. And no matter how hard you could try to stop it, you find you cannot. And that sense of calm and that sense of stillness continues to flow within you down to 4. And with every breath you take and every word I speak, it becomes automatic. You do not have to think about it. Just relax. From 4 to 3 with every breath you take, softening, unwinding, letting go, to 1, drifting, floating, and that 0, that doorway, that gateway, that place where you can just relax deeper now, comes all the way up as we get close to that 0. And 0, relaxing, letting go. Every word I speak and every breath you take allows you to relax deeper. And as you go on this journey, some words maybe you notice and some maybe you do not. But there's a part of you that can journey all the way with this. And so from here, we journey down towards the root chakra. Just begin to allow your consciousness, your awareness, a little bit like when we were doing the microscopic orbit, but this time you're just allowing that awareness, that consciousness to slowly move down through the body. If it helps, you can imagine almost putting your hand up there and slowly pushing your mind and your awareness down, slowly down through the face, passing the chin, down through the neck, the throat, down past the shoulders, down to the heart, down to the solar plexus, down into the sacral chakra, the hara, just below the navel, and continuing further down to that root, that base chakra, the base of the spine. That's right. And you may choose to imagine, to picture, to think about a glowing, spinning, red sphere of energy and light. Or you may just choose to hold your awareness at the base of the spine. But however you choose to become aware of that root chakra now, with no judgment, just allow yourself to sit within the energy of that root chakra. The energy of your awareness as it's held at the base of the spine. Just notice that, however that is for you now. We're here to discover what is ready to be seen, what is ready to be understood, what is ready to be brought into balance. But first, simply become familiar with this energy at the base of the spine. Breathe and just stay open. Stay receptive. Stay in the flow. And if the body becomes tense, simply breathe. If the mind becomes busy, simply return to the breath. Just allowing yourself to sit in the knowing. I am here with the root chakra. And as you sit within the awareness of the root chakra, I wonder if you can begin to feel the qualities connected with this energy. Family, nature, tribe, foundation, safety, the earth beneath you, the things that make you human, the things that help you feel grounded, present, and here, now. So I invite you to begin to sense, if you've not done so already, the color red, however you do that. Let that red appear in whatever way it comes to you. It might just be a sense of it, the idea of it, or it might be bright red, or dark red, or a muddy red, or glowing red. You may see it, you might just have the idea of it, but just simply allow it to be as it is. And as you continue to sense that redness, just allow that color to surround you like a fine mist. A red mist that you can just breathe in. So as you inhale, breathe in that red, that energy, allowing it to fill every atom, every cell, every part of your inner body. And as you exhale, allow that red mist to move through you, around you, beyond you. Breathing in the red, holding it gently, breathing it through the whole body, and exhaling it out into the space around you. Again, breathing in the red, letting it fill you, and breathing it out, allowing it to expand. So allow this red mist to become your whole body, allowing the sense of your physical form to begin to soften, as though you are becoming the red mist. Expanding, opening, permeating everything. Breathing in, becoming more expansive. Breathing out, letting go of form. And now gently repeat within yourself, repeating with me. I am root chakra. I am root chakra. I am root chakra. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am present. I am present. I am present. I am here. I am here. I am here. From this state within the root chakra, simply allow awareness to arise. Images, memories, feelings, sensations. There is no need to judge them, no need to analyze them, no need to fix anything. Simply simply observe and witness whatever comes. Notice where fear may have held you back. Notice where life may have felt unstable. Notice where you may have disconnected from yourself, your body, your foundation, or the world around you. And in the stillness, allow the next experience to arise naturally. The next pattern, the next feeling, the next lesson. Whatever you see, feel, sense, hear, or know, allow it to move through you like pictures across the mind. Ask gently, where can my root chakra be more open in my life? Where can I become more grounded? Where can I feel more safe, more present, more connected? Now allow that red mist of the root chakra to condense. Think of it, see it becoming a glowing red orb, a single sphere of red light at the base of the spine. Find yourself centered within the root chakra, balanced, clear, alive. Feel this red orb glowing steadily within you, grounding you, supporting you, stabilizing you. And know that this energy will continue to unfold in exactly the right way and at exactly the right pace for you. So just remain here for a few more breaths, grounded, present, stable, alive. And so in a moment I'll start to count from 1 to 10. 1 is where you are now, and with each count awareness can begin to rise back up. Coming back up, and with each count coming back into everyday waking awareness. Feeling grounded, centered, alive. That's 1. Starting to emerge, starting to allow that awareness to rise back up. 2. Through the spine. 3. 4. The solar plexus. 5. The heart. 6. The throat. 7. Bring awareness up to that point of the third eye, brow chakra. 8. Bringing the awareness back up to the crown, back into normal waking awareness. As I count from 9 to 10 in a moment, you can just emerge now in your own time, your own space, ready to feel good and embrace the week ahead. 9, 10. Be here. Be here now. And as you emerge, just if there's anything you need to write down or jot down from this meditation, just do so. And then when you've done that, you can let me know. That's it. All the way back up, back out, here and now. If you've got anything from that that you want to jot down in your on your notepad in your journal, just jot that down. It's Anne back, Fiona back. It's a possibility Sally might have nodded off. I think there's a good possibility.